All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's see there. Yes, we're audible and we are here and ready to go from the Clay TV network, and we're here streaming to you over our channel. Let us take a look at how we are this morning. Looks like we are doing pretty good here, by the looks of things. And it's another Monday. It's another Monday, and we are here to get into the thick of it, get into the thick of our creativity. As always, I want to invite you to sign up for the Spark. You can get all of your headlines and all the latest from Clay, and get your latest news about what's happening in the world of creativity. You can do that by going to clay.inc, and there will be a sign up form right there. We'll have some of our latest editions of the newsletter that you can check out. And yeah, you can take a look at all of the latest happening there. And yeah, we'll be glad to have you. Glad to have you there. It is a Monday. It is July 24th. And once again, we are here. And I know I keep repeating myself. I think I've run out of things to say. But also wanted to say, of course, we have our creativity coaching services. We're glad to get those up and going, to build a community of creatives, to build a way of reaching people with the power of creativity as something that can be channeled very intentionally, a very intentional approach to creativity, how to build that, how to iron that out within oneself, within one's team, within one's community. How do you accomplish that? Well, it comes down to some steps of, owning your own creativity, making sure you know the ins and outs of what inspires you, how you take that inspiration as raw fuel, and then use that to just go to the stratosphere, or to just go to the moon. Take those moon shots in terms of living out your creative goals, ambitions, and dreams. And so we are all about it. We're all about that. Now, it can be a number of things that you are working on, whether it's trying to make a living, make money with your creativity. That's something we're here to mentor and to coach on. It's also something we are, within the creative struggle itself, within the difficulties of figuring out how to really apply creativity whenever you got a block, whenever you just can't compute. How do you restart, refresh, rebuild, all those different things? When you're juggling too much and you're frazzled, what do you do then? How do you take care of yourself then? How do you make sure that you can still be the very best you can be? Those sorts of things are, of course, very important to what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. And so we're here to talk about them. We're here to break into it. All those things are a possibility. All of those things, we are here because the creative process has a lot of variables in it, but you can solve for it. You can turn it into an equation. Some of the stories we are covering today involve an organic building, and this is a fungus-based building that they have grown, and this is in the UK. A company called BioKnit in the UK has created a tent-like dome and grown it from a combination of of fungal mycelium. So it's a fungus. They've grown a fungus into this sort of tent structure, right? And so this is the future of building. Well, that may remain to be seen. But one of the things that it addresses is how traditional bio bricks that they grow, they have to use materials that create weak spots. They don't grow together as well. So the mycelium bricks, the mycelium structure is working better. It's capable of more. It's a combination of that fungus and sawdust, and so that's, I guess, what it's growing through. And it's been guided by knitted wool and linen. So these are what's helped to make it grow together. All very fascinating stuff. Who knows? Perhaps here in another 50 years, we'll all be living in houses made out of fungus. Possibly. Who knows? Anyway, AI companies, we've been reporting, of course, that they've been facing a lot of issues. They've been facing a lot of lawsuits about what materials they've used, how people have responded to it. Different writers are suing OpenAI and the like, and Google and so forth to be to get get damages for their content being used to train these different models, to being trained to use AI, or training the AI to use them, I should say. So that's really what that comes down to. Now, the news publishers are also suing AI, and so Google's been hit with a class action lawsuit accusing the company of using content from the internet to train its AI chatbots. And another story, Twitter is getting rid of the bird, and that is being replaced with Elon Musk's X. He has this theme going around the letter X, and whether he's working on the variable of X is the metaphor here, that he's solving for it because of this everything app idea that he wants to make Twitter into. He's rebuilding Twitter into something different, something rebranded. Of course, earlier in the last couple of months, he had put Twitter into X Corp, his newly founded, I believe, holdings company. It is under X Holdings. Let's take a look here. I think I may have that information. Incorporated under X Corp with X Holdings Corp as its parent company, following the acquisition of the platform for a staggering $44 billion in October 2022. Has it been that long already? Wow. Okay. Meanwhile, Elon's brother, Kimball Musk, is shutting down some of his production facilities for his vertical farming work. And so that's left the company's future unknown. So that's the vertical farming kind of question. The vertical farming industry, of course, is one of the interesting pieces of the puzzle when it comes to the future of agriculture. If you can grow things in a way that doesn't have to take up a bunch of land, and can grow them in compartments, something like that, then that of course helps with efficiency. But we are seeing, this being a bigger name, of course, by proxy with Elon's brother. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to watch and see what happens there with the future of vertical farming. But this company in particular, is it shuttering? We don't know exactly yet. We're waiting to see. Meanwhile, the Bayreuth Festival Theater is going to be transforming one of Wagner's play, the story of Parsifal, the knight that recovered the Holy Grail. Now, this is going to be featuring a rather different experience with augmented reality technology. So we are going to be looking at that three-dimensional flowers, psychedelic animations, all these sorts of things at play. That's what audiences are seeing. Let's take a look here. And so it was interesting. They also, in this piece from the New York Times, had Katharina Wagner, the great granddaughter of the composer and current artistic director, has been pushing for innovative staging to remain competitive with global theaters. She believes that clinging to traditional productions would limit the festival's repertoire and artistic potential. All very interesting stuff. The last of the monuments men who saved cultural treasures and pieces of history and art during World War II from the Nazis has died, and that man was, his name was Baranchik. Let's see, what was his full name? He was an Army private first class, served in England and France, and volunteered for the Monuments Men, dedicating 3 months as a driver and guard. The group, composed of about 350 individuals, included museum directors, curators, scholars, historians, and artists, and they were involved in diverting Allied bombers away from cultural targets, overseeing repairs of damages, and relentlessly tracking down millions of objects stolen by the Nazis. All right. And one of our pieces on creative history, NPR did a story about a new children's book telling the story of Adolf Sax, who was the inventor of the saxophone, how that came about, how do you invent an instrument, that sort of thing. It's an interesting piece. You have to go over to the Spark over at clay.inc, tap on news, and you'll be able to see the full story there and take a good look at what's going on and in the world of creativity with the Spark. We want to thank you all for tuning in. As always, you can join us on Sparkspace, which is over on Discord. You can find that over on the through the newsletter. Basically, signing up for the newsletter will send you an invite. You can join our community there. We have a new tool rolling out in the nearest future, and that is all about creating a chat bot that helps to brainstorm, helps to take you through the creative process, helps to make the creative process more lucid, more in focus. And so we're here to help bring those dreams to be a reality. And if you've got, basically we want to make this into a place where you log on, you jump into Discord, and you got a new idea and you want to help to bring some clarity and focus to it. You just hop on there, talk to the chat bot, and then bam, we start breaking down ideas. And of course, it's going to be a great place for cross collaboration. People will be able to branch off of one another's ideas and take them in new directions. And the idea is to create a creativity laboratory, really, and to build a place where ideas are just arising and bubbling up, a very effervescent picture there for you. We want you to be a part of it, and we hope you will be over on Sparkspace. So sign up for the Spark, and you'll get an invite there. Till next time, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Clayton Hester here, signing off. Hope to see you later.